5 hidden dangers of traveling after 70 that every senior must know before their next trip. Have you ever wondered if traveling after 70 is still a good idea? While exploring new places and experiencing different cultures can be exciting, there are serious risks that many seniors don't consider until they're actually facing them. As we age, our bodies and minds undergo changes that can make travel more exhausting, unpredictable, and even dangerous. While some assume they can keep the same pace as in their younger years, the reality is that after 70, travel presents unique challenges that can turn a dream vacation into a stressful, even life-threatening ordeal. In this video, we will reveal 5 major reasons why traveling after 70 can be risky, from unexpected health emergencies to hidden financial pitfalls that can drain your savings. Each point will help you understand the challenges seniors face when they travel. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of why travel at this stage in life requires extra caution, and what you can do to stay safe if you still choose to take a trip. Stay with us until the end because the last reason on our list is one that many seniors never think about. Yet it is one of the most common ways people lose money, time, and peace of mind while traveling. 1. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. One of the biggest concerns when traveling after 70 is the increased risk of sudden health issues. As we age, our bodies become more unpredictable, and conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, and respiratory problems can turn into emergencies when we least expect them. While at home, it's easy to get medical care quickly, but when you're traveling, especially in an unfamiliar place or a foreign country, getting the right treatment can be much more complicated. A minor health issue that could have been handled easily at home can quickly become a serious, even life-threatening situation when you're far from your regular doctor. For many seniors, the risk of a medical emergency isn't just theoretical, it's very real. Long flights can increase the risk of blood clots, also known as deep vein thrombosis. High altitudes can put strain on the heart and lungs, especially for those with pre-existing conditions. Even something as simple as dehydration or heat exhaustion can hit much harder in an unfamiliar climate. Seniors are also more prone to infections, which means exposure to new bacteria and viruses in different locations can lead to unexpected illnesses. Consider the story of James, the 74-year-old who had always loved traveling. He planned a cruise with his wife, thinking it would be a relaxing way to see new places without too much physical strain. But on the 4th day of the trip, he started experiencing severe chest pain. The ship's medical staff provided basic care, but he needed a hospital fast. Because they were in the middle of the ocean, he had to wait for an emergency evacuation to the nearest port, delaying treatment by hours. Fortunately, he survived, but the experience left him shaken. What was supposed to be a dream vacation became a terrifying ordeal, one that he later admitted could have been avoided had he considered the risks more carefully. Medical insurance is another major issue. Many seniors assume that their regular health coverage will apply wherever they go, only to find out too late that they aren't covered for medical treatment in another country. Without the right travel insurance, hospital visits, emergency surgeries, and even basic medications can result in massive out-of-pocket costs. Some seniors end up paying thousands of dollars just to get the care they need while abroad. So what can be done? If you're over 70 and considering travel, be sure to check with your doctor first. Get a full health assessment, discuss any potential risks, and make sure you have all necessary medications with you. Always research the healthcare system in your destination, and if traveling abroad, ensure you have comprehensive travel insurance that covers emergency evacuations and hospital stays. When it comes to health, being prepared can make all the difference between a smooth trip and a disaster. 2. Increased exposure to infections and contaminants. One of the most overlooked dangers of traveling after 70 is the increased exposure to germs, viruses, and foodborne illnesses. Crowded airports, packed airplanes, public transportation, and unfamiliar restaurants all create an environment where bacteria and viruses thrive. For younger travelers, a minor cold or stomach bug might be a temporary inconvenience, But for seniors, these infections can lead to severe complications, hospitalizations, or even long-term health setbacks. A single trip can expose an older adult to more illnesses than they would typically encounter in months at home, and in some cases, the immune system just isn't strong enough to fight them off. As we age, our immune system naturally weakens, making it harder to recover from infections. Respiratory illnesses, in particular, pose a significant risk to older adults. Studies have shown that seniors are more likely to develop complications from flu, pneumonia, and even common colds, especially when exposed to new strains in different parts of the world. Airplanes, in particular, are a breeding ground for germs. Passengers are often packed closely together, breathing in recycled air for hours at a time. Since people from all over the world pass through airports daily, it's easy to encounter viruses that your body has never been exposed to before. Then there's the issue of food and water safety. Many travelers are excited to try new foods in different countries, but for seniors, unfamiliar ingredients, spices, and cooking methods can lead to digestive distress. Foodborne illnesses like norovirus, E. coli, and salmonella can hit older adults much harder, leading to prolonged illness, dehydration, and a severely weakened immune system. Even something as simple as drinking tap water, or eating a salad washed in local water, can lead to serious stomach infections. Public restrooms, hotel rooms, and rental cars are other places where germs linger. Many people assume that because a place looks clean, it's safe. But surfaces like doorknobs, seat belts, and tray tables are rarely disinfected as thoroughly as they should be. Seniors who rely on mobility aids like canes or walkers are at even greater risk, since they frequently touch public surfaces for balance. 3. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. Traveling may seem appealing, but for those over 70, the physical toll can be far greater than expected. Long flights, early check-ins, unpredictable schedules, and hours of walking can lead to exhaustion that is difficult to recover from. Unlike in younger years, where a single night's sleep might fully recharge you, older adults often feel fatigue for days or even weeks after a trip. When the body is tired, everything else suffers: weakened immunity, reduced coordination, and higher risk of illness or injury. One of the biggest issues seniors face while traveling is disrupted sleep. Sleeping in an unfamiliar bed, dealing with noisy hotels, or adjusting to different time zones can make it nearly impossible to get proper rest. Sleep deprivation isn't just about feeling tired. It affects mental sharpness, weakens the immune system, and even increases the risk of heart problems. Studies have shown that seniors who travel across multiple time zones often take longer to adjust, meaning jet lag can last much longer than expected. This lingering exhaustion can turn an otherwise enjoyable trip into a miserable experience, leaving travelers drained instead of rejuvenated. Then there's the issue of physical strain. Sitting for long periods on a plane, bus, or train can lead to stiff muscles, swollen joints, and an increased risk of blood clots. For seniors with arthritis or circulation issues, extended travel times can cause discomfort that lasts long after the trip is over. And even once you arrive at your destination, the physical demands of sightseeing, carrying luggage, and keeping up with scheduled activities can quickly become overwhelming. What starts as an exciting vacation can quickly turn into a struggle just to keep up. Consider the case of Richard, a 75-year-old man who had always loved traveling. After retirement, he and his wife planned a 2-week vacation overseas, assuming it would be just as enjoyable as their trips in earlier years. But after a 10-hour flight, navigating a crowded airport, and adjusting to a 6-hour time difference, Richard felt exhausted before the trip had even begun. By the second day, he had trouble walking long distances, struggled to stay alert during tours, and found himself needing frequent breaks. By the time he adjusted, it was almost time to head back home, and he spent the following weeks recovering from the trip instead of enjoying his memories. Another challenge seniors face is maintaining their usual diet and hydration levels. Many destinations have unfamiliar foods that can cause digestive issues, and staying hydrated while on the move is often overlooked. Dehydration alone can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and confusion, making even simple activities feel like a struggle. Combined with poor sleep and physical strain, it's easy to see why many seniors feel worse after a trip rather than refreshed. So what's the solution? If travel is unavoidable, seniors should plan plenty of rest days, stay hydrated, and avoid overloading their schedule with back-to-back activities. Taking shorter flights with layovers to move around, packing nutritious snacks, and making time for naps can also help reduce exhaustion. But most importantly, recognizing personal limits and adjusting travel plans accordingly is crucial, because a vacation should be enjoyable, not something that takes weeks to recover from. 4. Higher risk of falls and injuries. One of the biggest dangers of traveling after 70 is the increased risk of falls and injuries. As we age, our balance, reflexes, and bone density naturally decline, making us more vulnerable to accidents. While a minor stumble at home might not seem like a big deal, a fall while traveling, especially in an unfamiliar place, can lead to broken bones, serious hospital stays, or even permanent mobility issues. The reality is that a single fall can change the course of a senior's life, turning what was meant to be a relaxing trip into a painful and costly ordeal. Many seniors don't realize just how different travel environments can be from what they're used to. Hotels, cruise ships, and historic sites often have uneven floors, poorly lit staircases, or slippery surfaces that make falling more likely. Some destinations have little to no accessibility accommodations, meaning simple activities like stepping onto a bus or walking on cobblestone streets can become unexpected hazards. In many places, emergency medical services aren't as fast or advanced as they are back home, meaning even a minor injury can take longer to treat, increasing the risk of complications. Take the case of Linda, a 78-year-old woman who had always dreamed of visiting Europe. She was in great shape for her age, and walked regularly in her neighborhood without any problems. But when she arrived in Italy and started navigating the steep, uneven streets, she quickly realized it wasn't as easy as she thought. One evening, as she stepped off a curb in a dimly lit alley, she lost her footing and fell hard, breaking her hip. She was rushed to a local hospital, where doctors told her she needed surgery. Not only did she have to cut her trip short, but she also spent months in recovery after returning home. What was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime turned into an experience she wished she had never taken. So how can seniors reduce the risk? If travel is necessary, choosing destinations with good accessibility, avoiding high-risk areas with uneven terrain, and always using proper footwear can help. Walking sticks, supportive shoes, and staying well-rested can also make a big difference. Above all, recognizing personal limitations is key, because no trip is worth sacrificing your long-term mobility and independence. 5. Travel insurance and financial risk. One of the most unexpected dangers of traveling after 70 isn't just about health, it's about financial risks. Many seniors assume that if they run into a problem while traveling, they can simply rely on their insurance or personal savings. But the reality is that travel-related medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and even financial scams can drain a person's bank account faster than they realize. For many seniors, a single unexpected event can turn a well-planned trip into a financial nightmare, leaving them with overwhelming expenses and stress. The biggest financial risk is medical care abroad. Many seniors don't realize that their regular health insurance often doesn't cover treatment in foreign countries. This means that if you fall ill or get injured while traveling, you could be responsible for thousands of dollars in medical bills. Even in countries where healthcare is more affordable, emergency medical evacuations, such as being airlifted to a proper hospital, can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Without the right travel insurance, seniors could find themselves in a situation where they either pay an enormous bill out of pocket or go without the care they need. So how can seniors protect themselves? First, always check if your health insurance covers international travel, and if it doesn't, invest in a solid travel insurance plan, That includes medical emergencies and trip cancellations. Second, when booking a trip, use only reputable companies and avoid deals that seem too good to be true. Third, be extra cautious with your money while traveling. Avoid carrying large amounts of cash. Be mindful of who has access to your credit card information, and never trust strangers with personal financial details. Traveling should enhance life, not create new problems that linger long after the trip is over. If you or a loved one is considering travel after 70, take a moment to really think about the potential challenges. Making informed choices can help ensure your travels are safe, enjoyable, and financially secure. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it with others who might benefit from this information. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss our future videos. Your support helps us create more valuable content to keep you informed and safe. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.